What's up guys, it's me, Zeta right here. So this video, I am dissecting and discussing the new Fallout 76 trailer. Now, I'm currently going to go through the trailer with you. I've got a load of notes here written down about what I've seen, what I think about it, what stuff could mean. However, I have muted the actual trailer itself because I don't really want to get a copyright strike for the music, because I really don't want that. That's right, let's hit play. So it starts off with the standard, please stand by, as you do with most Fallout games, well, all Fallout games, and then the Bethesda Game Studios. Then we move in onto slowly a zoomed in picture of a Pip-Boy, which slowly starts to zoom out. At this point music's playing, which obviously you can't hear, and I'm going to pause it at the first point I've seen. So the first thing I've seen here is the date on the Pip-Boy. It's the 27th of October, 2102. So that's obviously the date. So what I've gathered from this is, I've done a little bit of research. So we know it's set in Vault 76, which was supposed to open 20 years after the Great War finished. So that would be 23rd of October, 2097. However, so this is 5 years after that. So it could possibly, they're changing the law and making it so that instead of it being 20 years, it's now 25 years after when it was originally, well, when the war ended. That's what I've managed to gather from this, but let's carry on with the trailer. So now slowly zooming out. It's obviously in a cluttered room, and here's another point that I've gathered. So here we've got a spaceman toy. You would have thought normally pretty standard, just a toy. However, what I more thought was, so I looked more into Vault 76, and Vault 76 is the only vault which has had any kind of contact or been influenced by aliens or anything. So what I found out is, during its construction, an inspector was abducted when it came to inspect it. This is the only vault or any other piece of law that I can find which has anything to do with, well, any vaults and aliens. So this is found in the Mothership Zeta DLC, Fallout 3. There's a log which states this, which possibly could link this to that. This could possibly flesh out the alien Vault 76 links. I don't know. That's just one thing I've gathered from this. There's a few other space related parts of this trailer which I'll point out as we go through. So now it's just slowly zooming out. It's showing the good evening, which switches to good morning. A pretty standard room at this point. Now here is another point I've seen. So it's this poster here up on the wall. So it's 1776 to 2076. So it's 300 years. So the vault salutes America, and it says here the original vault of the Trintessential, I think. I can't say that word properly, but I've found out that this means it's the 300-year anniversary of something. So 1776 is obviously the year that America got its independence, and it's known, well, and later on you see in the trailer that the narrator speaks about the people of the vault rebuilding the civilization, and it's left to them. So this could probably show that they are the upper class of society. They are the more government, they're the parts of the government, maybe the military, so they're set to rebuild. So this leads on to something else I thought about. This is set at a very early point after the Great War, And this was a really big thing that I've thought about, that possibly, due to this being likely being government officials, military officials, this could be the birth of the Enclave. Not the East Enclave, the West Enclave. The remnants over there. This is just, sorry, the East Enclave, not the West Enclave, sorry. This is what I've possibly gathered from this. So this is very early on. From what I can find, there's no other mentions of the Enclave before this, except from, well, pre-war. So this is the main idea that I've gathered from this. This is what it could be. It could eventually lead on to maybe the end of the game, the Enclave forming and parts of it heading to the west, well, across America. I don't know. Another part to back this up is, so the song playing over it is Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver, and it sings about West Virginia, which is obviously very close to Washington, and Washington DC, which is the, well, capital of America, well, USA, sorry, and it's which is obviously where all the diplomats and the politicians are going to be. This could possibly sort of buff out my idea that it could be the start of the Enclave. It's possible. However, I'm not too sure on this, as this would show that Vault-Tec, they control the vault, and it shows that they kind of puppet the government, and they chose for them all to be in this vault because they still all having control. However, it also shows that they're kind of willing to throw their lives away, as they know that it's not going to be safe, well, particularly safe, only 25 years after the bombs have all gone off. That wouldn't be for another 200 years. But who knows? If this turns out to be true, you know, you said it first. Right, let's carry on. Oh, actually, as you can see, looks for there, it's another space kind of toy. It's either a space toy or it looks like a mini nuke. But I'm going to go with more of a spaceship, because I don't think it's going to be a mini nuke. So, this is now where it's talking about these are the people that are going to rebuild society, and it's down to them, it's their responsibility. That's one of the main points of buffing this out. Now, I couldn't see anything in this scene, or this one, particularly. Nothing else there, and here we go. So this is now part of the vault. Looks like someone's they've been in a massive party. There you go, Reclamation Day, it says up there. So I'm guessing this is that day, the day that the vault door opens and they all spill out and go off into the world. So what I've learned is this vault contains 500 people, or so it's supposed to. However, if they are rewriting the law, that could be different. If this is the main area of the vault, I don't think it would have the capacity for 500 people. Possibly maybe 200 max, but that's just my guess. So obviously they're celebrating, they're going back out into the world now. And yeah, this is obviously going to be, I don't think this will be so much this will include the generation after the people that were originally went into the vault when the bombs went off. Because this is 25 years forward, so they probably would have had children, possibly even a few would have had grandchildren. I see them as more having this party than anything. This possibility is you could be the offspring of some politician or a high-ranking military officer or whatever. Or you just could be some random person. So now you've got, obviously, a vault dweller putting on the Pip-Boy, a very swanky vault suit, all the gold's nice and shiny, the blue's not stained. Now, one thing I've picked up on this is there is this cable running over the shoulder and down the back. And I haven't seen this before in any, not I can remember in any other game. so you can see what possibly the cable's coming from there. It could be some kind of like vitals monitor. That could explain why. It could be explained by the fact that Vault-Tec may still be watching them, surveying them, and monitoring them. See that when the outside world will be safe to inhabit again. That's probably one thing I've gathered from this. And that's pretty much everything I've gathered from this. It just says Fallout 76. And there you go. Now, the only other thing I haven't said is that due to the song, it's leading me to possibly believe that it could still be set in Virginia. However, I'm not too sure on this. It's a reasonable guess, I'd say. But I don't think it's one that's going to be true. Well. Right. So there you go. That is the trailer, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you can think of anything else that I haven't thought of or I've missed. And see you in the next video.